Hey everyone, it's Cleo and welcome to my channel. We have another Amberlynn read video today. She is doing her Q&A part 2. This is a very long title. It says, I'm being fetishized, being portrayed as the villain, and Trisha Paytas is a liar. Wow, this title is very long. And I realized that she never capitalizes the first word in a sentence. Like, it's just all lowercase in her titles, and I don't know why. Like, that kind of annoys me because it's like Apple literally auto corrects and capitalizes words and letters for you after a sentence or the start of a sentence. So the fact that she is literally going back and deleting the capital I to put a lowercase I don't know, it's like a new trend, I guess, among Gen Z. I'm a Gen Zer and I don't even do that either because I love writing and that just looks wrong, but it is like a trend going around where you don't capitalize the letters, which is weird. I wonder if it's because in the early 2000s, like, people used to type like that, but that was before autocorrect and all that other stuff. Like, you would have to shift and, you know, capitalize it on your phone, and you had like limited time to type because the letters were on the numbers. You know what I'm talking about. But the fact that she just does that is so annoying, because it's like, girl, you're literally a writer apparently, and you're purposely not capitalizing your letters. Anyways, let's get into the video. Just like yesterday, I'm only gonna pause when I find something interesting or important. I'm gonna skip over stuff that I don't care about. All right, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Welcome to part 2 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your questions, 25 questions per part. So the reason why I'm doing this 4-part series is because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, but I'm going to be busy for the next 10 days, so I'm not going to have time to edit, but I will have time to film. So these videos are going to help keep the schedule up, get you guys content, and for me to keep my promise. I also want to do a disclaimer. I got these questions from several different social media platforms where I said, hey y'all, I am doing a Q&A, send me in your questions. All right, let's get into it. First one is, did you finish the jar of poisoned olives? So as you guys know, I was having anxiety because my new thing of olives didn't pop, and it's supposed to pop when you open the jar. That means, you know, fresh goodness. It didn't pop, so my anxiety said that it was poisoned and it was molded over. I was having so much anxiety, but like, I wanted to stare anxiety in the face and fear in the face and say, you know what, I'm stronger than you. So I started eating the olives, but then there was a reaction channel that was like, girl, do not use those olives. Do not eat those olives. Like, that jar was supposed to pop. Like, it didn't pop. Like, don't get sick. She scared me. So now, no, I'm not eating the poisoned olives.
Girl, you need to stick with your lie that you don't watch reaction channels. I mean, we all know that you do, but you should still stick with it. Come on, you know, stand behind your word. But also the fact that she said she's not eating it anymore because a reaction channel basically said that it's poison. It's like, girl, I'm pretty sure that reaction channel was probably trolling you. I mean, I don't know who it is, but I'm pretty sure that is a troll. I mean, you've ate those olives on camera 2 times, and both of those times you did not get sick. So I don't understand why you wouldn't finish the olives. It's funny because she's scared of the jar of olives, but then she'll order food from random strangers. It just doesn't make sense.
Have you ever ridden a bike? Oh yes. When I was a kid, I was always outside. I really wanted to escape my home. Let's be real. I swam, I rollerbladed, roller skated. I would ride a bike. I had a scooter. I had an electric scooter at one time. Well, it wasn't electric. It ran on gas. Is that electric? I don't know. Then I started doing dances and dancing routines, and I was part of dance groups. I did sports, soccer, softball. Like, I was always outside. You wouldn't think so now because look at me. But yes, riding a bike was definitely part of that.
You wouldn't know that because look at me. Like, girl, okay, first of all, I just want to say, just because you're 500 to 600 pounds now doesn't mean that you were this size when you were a kid. A lot of people who did sports when they were a kid or very active as a kid, they can also become big as an adult too because of X, Y, and Z factors. But the fact that you have the opportunity to lose weight and do what you did as a kid and stay active, like, yeah, that's on you. Like, there's nothing else that is stopping you from doing those things too. Like, I would understand if you are disabled in some way, like, yeah, maybe your weight is debilitating, but you literally have every other opportunity to lose all of this weight and to exercise and do some sort of activity.
Nationality. So on my dad's side, Polish and Irish. On my mom's side, Portuguese and French. Would you ever...
Explaining ethnicity, nationality, and race to people is so funny sometimes because they just look dumbfounded, and some people will like call you a liar and tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. Like, people will literally get into arguments and debates about that topic. I don't want to get into it, But the person asked, what is your nationality? And she's listing off the things that her parents are. Your nationality is American. Nationality is the nation you're born in. So me being a black person, I have descendants from Africa because I'm African, but I'm also American because I was born in America. I'm African American. Like, she's like, well, you know, I'm a little bit Polish, a little bit Italian, a little bit Irish, you know, I just have a lot of things. I'm just like a melting pot. Like, girl, no.
Try being vegan again? No, absolutely not, because I would fail. I would not be able to be satisfied. I'm just being 1,000% honest. Call me selfish. It is selfish. I just won't be able to do it. I know that I won't. What's your least favorite Billie Eilish song? That question is so rude. I genuinely don't know. Like, I love every song she's ever done. I know every single word of every single song, like some obsessive person. I love every song. But if I had to like put them in order, maybe I didn't change my number. Oh, I feel bad even saying that, but I still love the song. Shh. Do you still spray Pam on the...
Oh my gosh, she's that type of person in a fandom. She is that person where they can't handle anyone talking negatively about their favorite artist or their movie or anything in general that there's a fandom of. If you talk negatively about something, they will attack you. Like, how dare you say there's a bad song by Billie Eilish? All of her albums are great. All of her songs are great. She's an amazing and talented person. How dare you say that you don't like a song? You can like an artist but still not like a song that they did. That doesn't mean you don't like them anymore or you don't think they're talented. You can just think, hey, this song wasn't really that great, and keep it pushing. Does she think Billie Eilish is watching or something? Does she think Billie Eilish is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she said she doesn't like my song? Like, I'm gonna unfollow, like, I'm gonna unsubscribe to all of her social media platforms. I was gonna take her on tour, but not anymore, because I can't believe she said that.
Still spray Pam on the food. So if you guys don't know, years ago, I was making some salmon. I seasoned it like a normal person, sprayed some Pam on top, what I considered like a normal person. It literally became a meme because I sprayed some Pam, which is oil, on top of my salmon, where people add oil. At the time, I just didn't have liquid oil. So I sprayed oil on top, which I thought was normal. People were going crazy. And still to this day, people literally go crazy about this, saying I don't know how to cook. Why would someone spray Pam on top of food? Like, just hecticana stuff. If I'm watching a vlog, you know how many times I have seen someone spray Pam on top of salmon, on top of chicken, on top of all kinds of stuff that they put in the air fryer. And no one says anything, but yet I was attacked. And I'm still being attacked for it years later. It's hectic. But to answer your question, the answer is no, simply because I haven't made any meals where I had to do that. But yeah, it's kind of just such a weird thing to like make fun of someone for. I don't know. Have you
She loves using the word attacked. Like, girl, you were not attacked. And also, it's because people don't normally spray their food with Pam. I mean, I've never seen anybody spray their food with Pam. Normally, they put it in the pan, if you know what I'm saying. But for her to like put Pam directly on the food, that was probably new for a lot of people, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, I know they now come out with the cans that are specifically for food, like the spray on oils and stuff, but Pam, it's always been known to put it in the pan. But I'll insert a video of her spraying her salmon with Pam.
ever been electrocuted? So one time that I do remember for real, I was living in Virginia. There was a horrible storm happening. I was watching YouTube on my laptop, but my laptop was about to die. So I had it plugged into the wall. And while I was watching my laptop, I had headphones on, but that was when I didn't have like the whole wireless situation going on. So there was a wire. So it went headphones that were wired, plugged into my laptop plugged into the wall because it was charging. Next thing you know, electricity hits the house right next to where my laptop is charging. And I'm telling you, I was zapped. I literally was zapped. My girlfriend at the time was like, oh my God, are you okay? I don't understand. Like, maybe my brain got fried that day and that's why I'm so like hecticana. You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. But yeah, I was electrocuted for real. I don't know how like I came out okay. Or am I okay? Maybe I'm not. It genuinely scared me. When is the last time?
So is she saying she basically got struck by lightning? It probably felt like those zaps that you get when you like shuffle your feet against carpet and then you touch someone or you touch a doorknob. It's kind of like a little shock. That's probably what she got. And she's like, I don't know if I'm okay. Girl, you've probably always been like this.
When is the last time you watched a mukbang? I haven't watched mukbangs in easily 2 years plus. It's just not something that interests me anymore. When and what was the last thing you asked ChatGPT? Oh boy, I don't even remember. It's been a minute. I think a couple weeks ago, I asked it like a saying because I heard someone say something and I was like, what does that mean? Sometimes you can Google these things, but like I'm telling you, ChatGPT will just downright tell you exactly what it means. While Google, it's kind of like speculation. ChatGPT just tells you straight. Is Tommy a good kisser?
Of course she gets her research and education from ChatGPT. She's like, ChatGPT, what are people saying about me?
Oh yes, one of the very best. Would you ever go on a cruise? You know, that used to be something I actually genuinely wanted to do, but I don't think I would. Something about being in the middle of the ocean for that long, it gives me the same feeling of like how I feel claustrophobia would feel like, but it's not claustrophobia. It's like a different feeling. It's like, I would feel so stuck. And that scares me. I don't like that.
I know what she means, but my mind went to, is it because you can't order DoorDash or Uber Eats? You're like stuck with cruise food and you have to eat whatever they're providing. And also you're basically stuck anyways. You don't really go out anywhere unless Mama Lynn wants to pick you up for bingo or Mexican food.
How much did you weigh when you were born? I actually weighed 6 pounds, 6 ounces, so I was a little one. Do you still talk to any of your exes? I do not talk to a single ex-girlfriend. Nope. What is your favorite sweet treat? A Tootsie Roll or Jamocha Almond Fudge milkshake from Baskin Robbins. Like, oh my God, so good. What shows have you watched recently? Don't come for me. I am watching Beast Games on Prime. The first 3 episodes have been posted on there and it's definitely highly entertaining. I've also been watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Grey's Anatomy, but I think they're on like a little bit of a break. I think that's it. If you could only pick one perfume to use for the rest of your life, which one would you pick? Bright Crystal by Versace. How do you handle all of the hate without getting depressed or going crazy? I'm used to it and I've gone through a lot in my life. I used to hate the saying, what makes you stronger? I was about to say what makes you stronger doesn't kill you. That's not right. I used to hate the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it's genuinely true. I really like that saying also, like what is chaos for the fly might not be chaos for the bee, something like that. It's totally true. Some people can handle really hard things better than others. And I feel like in certain cases, the smallest thing like could really trigger me, but like really big things, like every day being harassed online, I don't know. I think I'm just numb to it. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't mean I want it to continue, but it just means the pain from it, it has been so constant that my body is actually used to it. And that's pretty sad. Are you ever going to...
Did she really say her body is used to the hate? Girl, that's not hate, that's cholesterol. And if you were really immune or numb to the hate, quote unquote, that you're getting, you wouldn't be going on tangents on your community post or be in other people's comment sections like reaction channels. You wouldn't be making video after video addressing quote unquote hate. If you were numb to it, you wouldn't care and you wouldn't even be aware to things that people were saying about you. But you are far away from numb.
Are you ever going to do mukbangs again? Because I miss them. Honestly, I'm not sure. My answer used to be a flat out no, but in this moment, I don't know. Trisha Paytas said,
what happened to the plot line of you taking semaglutide and eating healthy and kind of trying to lose weight? We're not going to do that anymore. She's like, yeah, I'm not in a feeder-feedy relationship with Emily and I don't make content for that, but I am definitely thinking about doing mukbangs in the future.
She loves to lie and does it all the time. Why do you think people accept her serious lies, but get so mad at your white lies? Hey, who said that I was white lying over here? No, but I actually know exactly what you're talking about because I watch every single one of her podcasts on times 2 speed. I have to... Oh, hold on. Baby? Stop. Okay, what was I saying? Sorry, Tommy called me. Okay.
Emily's like, call me back when you're eating something.
I think I was saying that like I watch all of Trisha Paytas' podcasts on times 2 speed. I watch everything on times 2 speed. Like I literally can't. My attention span is not good. But yes, I have peeped her saying she lies for fun. She lies to everyone. She lies this. And like people love to lie. And like she's even had guests on her show that's like, yeah, I lie too. It's like so fun. And like no one says anything about it. And I'm like, this is weird. I genuinely believe it's because it's trendy not to like me. It's trendy to say the meanest comment in the comment section or the funniest, meanest comment. But with Trisha Paytas, like, she's trending right now. People are forgetting that she still does things that are controversial, and she still says things that are very controversial. One of them being like, yeah, I lie all the time. Yay me. Like, that's weird. But I think the internet really holds on to something, and that is what they go with. But it is very tiring to constantly compare myself and have other people compare myself, because no one sees me. You know what? I'm not going to say no one, because I'm speaking in absolutes, which I need to not do that. So let me rephrase that. I am learning. I am trying to be better over here. What I was trying to say is there is a lot of people who genuinely do not view me as human. They don't. So it's easy for them to like literally think that I'm lying about everything, and they don't want to believe what I'm saying, or they don't want to accept the fact that I also am a human who is currently experiencing human experiences right along with y'all. So no matter how much I like compare and like be like, yeah, we're all human and this is what we do, and like everyone is treated differently based on like how they look and what the internet wants and what's trending on the internet, nothing I say matters. So let's move on to the next question.
It's not really surprising that Amberlynn watches Trisha Paytas. I mean, Trisha isn't a great person either. She has a long controversial history, and she is known to be a troll and a liar. She recently made a song with Katy Perry, and they teamed up with Kesha's old producer, who is a predator and abusive person. So a lot of people are outraged about that. They're mad at Trisha and Katy Perry. So that can add to the list of things that people don't like Trisha Paytas. But there are forums, there's discussions, there's snark forums about Trisha Paytas. A lot of people don't like her either. It's not just, oh, it's because I'm trending. It's like, no, people don't like you both equally. But the thing about Trisha Paytas, I'm not saying this is right, but the thing about Trisha is that she literally admits, this is not her first time admitting, she has admitted multiple times over the year that she is a liar. She has came out and said, I lie, I troll, I do this for fun and engagement. She has said this so many times, and I don't understand why people are shocked every single time she said this, because like, yeah, she built her personality on being a liar. This is not new. But the fact she's like, oh, I don't get it, I don't understand. It's like, because you're not like Trisha. You're not coming out and saying, hey, I lied about this. I'm a liar. I made all of this up. You're not like that. It's the fact that you are actively lying to your audience and then acting like you're not. At least Trisha Paytas admitted, like, hey, I lie to my audience. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about my audience. I'm going to make shit up and lie about it. At least she was straight like that. But you literally lie to the audience face, and then you blame us like there's something wrong with us, but you know that you're a liar, and you know that you're trying to gaslight your audience.
Tommy get you for your birthday. She made my ultimate dream come true. She got me Billie Eilish tickets, and it was absolutely incredible. And then I woke up on my birthday with a surprise. My favorite roses, red roses with baby's breath. Like, it was just like the sweetest. Do you and Tommy have phone sex when long distance? Yes, obviously, duh.
And we know that it includes some baby wipes, paper towel, a tarp, and some food. A lot of food.
Doing cameos, how many requests do you get a week? I would say around 25, because I would say I average getting about 3 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but we're just gonna say it was like 25, which I feel like is so much. You guys are so amazing. Like, that is so sweet. I'm definitely going to be opening my cameos again soon. I just didn't have the energy to do it while doing Vlogmas, and just a lot was going on in my life, but they will be open soon. Don't you worry. Are there any?
And all of those cameos are from feeders. You can't tell me that a single person requested something normal, like, hey, can you sing happy birthday for my friend, or hey, can you give me a shout out, or hey, can you tell me about my day? It's not like that. I bet all of those people are like, hey, can you eat a cookie? Can you get some DoorDash? Can you eat a big meal on camera? That is what the cameos are. They have to be.
Reaction channels that you think purposely try to portray you poorly? Of course. Every single one. I don't even know why they're called reaction channels, because it's like, yeah, they are reacting, but they're only reacting in like a negative way. Like, they're only trying to find things that are negative to say. And I think a really good example of that is like, you know, you watch me do normal things. Like, I spend Christmas with my family and we're making bags for the homeless, and reaction channels are just like nitpicking every tiny little detail. That it no longer becomes like a true authentic reaction. It's like you're purposely trying to find negative things in my videos. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's like a word search. It's like a hidden image game. It's like, how quick can I find something horrible to say about Amberlynn? It's just, yeah, they're purposely trying to portray me in a bad light, and it works. Like, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And if a reaction channel says nice things about me, even just one slight nice thing about me, or like takes my side, their community gets upset with them. That says everything it needs to say right there in itself. How do you feel?
I could be wrong, but I feel like that last part was kind of directed towards Zachary Michael. He has a reaction channel. He reacts to Amberlynn and other people. He's pretty big in the Amberverse. You've definitely probably seen one of his videos or at least heard about him. But his audience has... Well, I was about to say the word called out, but I don't really think it's calling out. I feel like people in his comment section has mentioned, hey, you're being really nice to Amberlynn, like, you're being a little too nice, but people are also saying, hey, you're being a little too mean, you can't please everybody. But I feel like that last comment was kind of directed towards Zachary, because I don't know why I'm saying his full name, directed towards Zach, because he has been very nice to Amberlynn, and people have suspected that they're friends, at least internet friends behind the scenes, but I don't know. But the fact she's like, oh, reaction channels are, but the fact she compared this to, like, but I think it's funny how she's referring this as a scavenger. I think it's funny that she's referring to this as a scavenger hunt. Like, oh, people have to find and nitpick things to say about me to make it negative. It's like, okay, it's really not a scavenger hunt. It's pretty out in the open. Like, you really don't make it hard for people to have a negative reaction to you, even if it's their first time watching you. Some people could be like, I don't like her personality, like, I don't like how she talks to people, or I don't like how she talks to her audience, like X, Y, and Z. A lot of people could just watch her video. I find it funny how she said reaction channels are kind of, I find it funny that she's referring to this. I think it's funny that she's referring to this as a scavenger hunt when it's really not a scavenger hunt. It's pretty out in the open. Like, you're not a positive person. Everything you do is in a selfish and narcissistic way. You only put yourself first. You're not a good person. Like, and the list goes on. Like, I can name a bunch of things. So it's really not hard to say anything about you in a negative light, because you do portray yourself negatively. Even if you try to portray yourself as a positive person, you actually backfire and actually put yourself in the dirt. And people just point it out, like, hey, yeah, you did something wrong, this is what you need to do. And people tell you what you need to do to fix your behavior, but you think everyone's a hater and they don't know what they're talking about. Therefore, you're not going to listen to anybody, and you're going to continue to be the same person that you are.
But people supporting Alex is Shook's absence, but they freak out when you don't post for a few days. It's easy to support someone that a lot of people support, but publicly, people don't really support me. They don't really support my decisions. They do privately. Like, I get so many sweet DMs, and I'm so grateful for each one, always am. But like, publicly, I don't look like a very supported girly pop, I'll tell you that. But I think that's a reason why, like, I live in my Delulu land, because I'm so supported, like, behind the scenes in my private DMs. Like, it's crazy. So I kind of like live there. I live in my little Delulu land, and I like to stay there. I kind of like pay rent there. I just moved furniture in, like, I'm having fun over there, okay? But publicly, it's easier to be like, oh, Alex Shook hasn't posted for a month. Well, we all love him, so we all have to support that decision. But like, if I'm gone for a few days, it's, Amberlynn is so lazy. Like, she can't even do her job. Imagine if she had a real job and she did this, like, her boss, oh my God, she would be fired.com. It's just a bunch of hypocrisy. What? What is a hypocrisy? Holy moly, what? Yeah. I'm just gonna blame that on when I was electrocuted. It's a lot of people being hypocrites. It's a lot of people contradicting themselves, and that's just how it is in this community. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. But I would like to say, as much as I do not like Alex, I have not watched his content in the longest. Like, I'm good off of that. He leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. And once that happens, I kind of want nothing to do with you. But I will say publicly, I hope that he is okay, and whatever he is going through, I hope it gets figured out soon. How do you feel about—
Well, I mean, yeah, you kind of said it yourself. If a person treats their audience good and treats them well, then of course people are going to be concerned about them because they like them and they like their content, they like their personality, they like their morals, or whatever the reason is as to why they like that person. If 90% of the people who are watching you don't like you and don't think you're a good person, then yeah, people aren't going to be as concerned when you're gone for a while, because first of all, you don't follow a schedule, and it's not outlandish for you to not show up for a couple weeks, or maybe sometimes a month at a time. You don't really keep a schedule, so of course people are going to be like, oh, I guess she's on one of those absentee days, like maybe she took a 30-day vacation or whatever. But someone like Alex is shook. I mean, I don't really know too much about his schedule, but if he does have a consistent schedule and he does keep in touch with his audience and engages with him, and he's just going ghost, yeah, people are going to be very concerned. I mean, that's kind of a given. Also, in her other video, she said for her New Year's resolution or her goals, she wants to be a better person or just change for the better. But you can't really do that if you're staying in Delulu land with your Delulu supporters. She basically said, oh, like, at least I have my supporters and we're on Delulu land and I listen to them and stuff. Yeah, because they're supporting your bad behavior. So why would you change when you have people supporting that behavior and you don't see anything wrong with it?
People who fetishize your body. So the word fetish low-key confuses me. So let me go to like the google.com. Fetish definition. Please tell me, because I am in confusion. So the definition of fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or a part of the body other than sexual organs. Okay. So what that says to me, if you prefer someone of a certain body type and that is what you are sexually attracted to, that's considered a fetish? I'm a little confused by it. So if someone prefers my body type, that makes it a fetish, right? According to you, the person who asked this question. So does that mean if the next Joe Schmo in line prefers someone of the skinny nature, does that mean that's a fetish for them because that is what they prefer sexually? I think anyone should be able to look at any body type in the whole entire world and be like, that is what I prefer, without judgment. Whether they are tall, short, skinny, fat, chunky, doesn't matter. I think it is highly unfair that people like to say that the only way a fat person can be sexually liked is if it is a fetish. It's just obscene to me. That means any old skinny Jan or Mary over there, if that is someone's preferred, does that make them a fetish? The whole topic is just like really weird to me, but I like to look at the gray area, and that's what I just gave you. But if we're just doing black and white and you're genuinely asking me, how does it feel to be fetishized? Like, because there are supposedly people who fetishize me, feels great. Feels wonderful. All right, you guys. So that is the end of part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in part 3 soon. Bye.
I mean, this is obviously a troll. Amberlynn knows that she is in a fetishized relationship. She knows what the word fetish means. She knows that Emily only likes her for her body and probably not for her personality. And I'm pretty sure Emily just wants to be around her so she can get her gratification and her satisfaction off of her fetish. She probably doesn't want to be around Amberlynn as a person. The thing about fetishes is that those type of people, they will only seek out specific type of people. They don't care about your personality. They don't care to know you. They don't care about anything like that. They only see you as an object and as a person who can get them off because of their fetish. And I feel like the only reason why Amberlynn is okay with this is, one, because the people who have this fetish are putting food on her table, literally, and because she probably feels like she's being loved and supported when in reality people are just there for her body, which is really sad, but that's the truth, and Amberlynn knows that, and I'm not gonna pretend that she doesn't because I feel like she's just trying to look like a victim and that she's unaware of everything that's going on. But she has been making this content for years, and she might have been trying to hide it, but everybody knows that she has been doing this and that the people who watch her videos are feedies and feeders. But that is all I have to say. That is all I have to say. I don't know if she's going to do another Q&A. I highly doubt it. I think this is the last one. But until then, like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!